everyone, my name is Beckett and welcome back to the channel. And today in Division 2 we are going to be going over Polarity Switch. It is a global event and it actually was just updated or redesigned so it's not so punishing. Thank God. So this is your survival guide. So let's get into this. But before we do, if you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe. And if you like the video, smash that like button. It really helps out the channel. But before we get into the details, let's go over the changes that are going to be affecting the Polarity Global Event. So before, whenever you shot an opposite polarity, when you were charged up or you were just an opposite polarity, you would get shocked, it would CC you, and most of the time if you were running like a heroic mission solo, you would probably just instant die just because they would dogpile you and you don't have any way to get out of those CCs. Now that will no longer happen. Instead, you are just going to lose your damage bonus stacks. That stacks up to 5, so it'll just go straight to 0. This is a much better change. Even though we're losing our damage, we do not have to deal with that annoying shock, especially if you're running like an SMG or AR. Bullets fly everywhere. We do not need to deal with that. Now, before we do anything, we are going to want to activate the event. So you're going to want to hit your start menu or hit escape and go over to the seasons little block or tab. Double click on that and just hold F or whatever button it's asking you to push, and you'll be able to activate it and you'll get the first reward. Now, when it comes to groups, the group leader is always going to decide the polarity event, if it's activated or not, and this goes for all the global events that add a special modifier onto you. So if you're running in a group or your buddy and you guys want to do it, make sure he has it on or it's just not going to work. You're going to notice you're not going to have an orange or blue arm and everything's not going to be glowing. As well as matchmaking, whenever you matchmake, you are automatically going to get matchmade into a group that have the modifier or the global event active, so you don't ever have to worry about that. You can just hop into matchmaking and get it done. You don't have to wait for friends to log on, or if you're like me and you have no friends, you always have to go to matchmaking. Now, when it comes to the rewards, new challenges are released every day. I would suggest waiting till Saturday. I always like to wait till Saturday till all the challenges are out. This may change when the global event shop comes out. We don't know yet, so I will talk on that later. So we'll get rewards for each little challenge we complete. There's stars or badges, whatever. They're giving out special prizes to make us feel good. So if you do not claim your rewards, that's okay. They will end up in your stash or in your mailbox. So go ahead and claim those at the end of the week if you haven't. But it's really important to do these, and I'm going to show you why. So let's hop into the reward. Now, every global event, whether it's one with a modifier or not, you always get those 10 rewards, and you'll get different things: crafting materials, the shade season caches. Those are great because whatever the season theme is, like right now it's Hunter's Fury, you're usually always going to get Hunter's Fury or Bellstone Armory, and if you're trying to get that min-max roll, it works really great. So make sure you do that. And if you do not really have time to finish the whole thing, and I don't blame you, I honestly never finish the whole thing. I just go up to, I believe, tier 6 or tier 7 and you get the named item cache. And this is why we want to do this. Named caches are so good. Those weapons are so good because even if you do not like spending time in the dark zone, and you guys are going to hear me repeat this every time a global event comes around, but if you hate the dark zone or you hate the light zone, like being in the city and you just want to be in the dark zone all the time, but there's a gun you really want, name caches are the way to go. So even if I spend all my time in the light zone, I have a bunch of name caches, whether I stack them up or I just open one at a time, I can open that and it has a chance for any named item in the game to drop. Now that's a big loot pool, but if we don't spend time in the dark zone, it gives a good reason to grind that out, especially if we want certain weapons like that Dark Winter. I love that gun. That SMG makes me salivate every time. So like I said, it is always worth it to get these done. Go ahead and bust those out. They're really easy, and a lot of times if you follow what I am telling you, you guys can wrap this up in 2 to 3 hours and have the rest of your weekend to do what you please. Now let's hop into how the polarity works. So it's going to automatically activate whenever you get engaged inside combat, and you'll notice your right arm will either be orange or blue. Orange positive, blue negative. It really doesn't matter. We just want to make sure we're killing whatever polarity we have. So if we have orange, we're going to want to kill orange. Now, what if there's no oranges and we're stuck and we can't do anything? So you can change polarities by a few ways. You can reload your weapon. You can swap your weapon. Also, melee. I've been running the Hunter's Fury. I'll leave a link for the build I'm running. Basically, I'm running with Ridgeways, Hunter's Fury, and Chatterbox, and I have had no issues. I'll leave a link so you can go and check out that build and run that. And that has been the easiest way for me to get through this. It's just run and gun, do this, you reload really quick, and you are just shredding, and you do not really have to worry about dying. Also, a good thing, if you do not even want to mess with the modifiers, you can just go ahead and pull out a full skill build. Skills do not affect polarity, so it's not going to be an issue, and you can just unload, but it's going to be a little harder. It's going to take a little more time for you to push through those enemies, but it won't be that big of an issue. So if you don't want to mess around with that close range or with those polarity events, just pull out a decent skill build, whatever your favorite skill build, and run with that. Now, when it comes to challenges, most of them are fairly easy and you really won't have to search out for many of them, and you can easily hit 10 without getting all the challenges. I think there's a couple that you can skip, like where you have to kill grenades with the Black Tusk with the polarity. It's just too much work if you want to switch to a certain build, but for me, I really don't want to deal with that. I just want to get up to that tier 6, get my name cash. But if you want to go all the way, just go ahead and look through those. Some of them are a little more challenging. But if you are really struggling, the best place to go is the Federal Bunker. It's that mission, and you can just go to it and just go kill as many enemies as you can, rinse and repeat, die, come back, and just keep doing that first section. Just don't kill the last enemy, just let them kill you, and then you fall down on the ground and you rinse and repeat, and you can get these challenges done really quick, literally within like 1 to 2 hours. Even if that, I think I'm already done with about half of my challenges, and I did that with under an hour. Now, the rest of it, you'll just have to go inside strongholds or missions and get that wrapped up with a group. But like I said, it's fairly easy to do this, and this is actually a nice global event. Now, I'm not cringing every time I see this on my seasons tab, and you shouldn't be either. So if you're looking for other type of content that relates to Division 2, go ahead and check out my channel. I got builds, tutorials, everything you need. Whether you're a vet or a new player, go ahead and go check that out, and I will see you next time.